When most travelers dream of Alberta, they picture the Rockies, Banff, Lake Louise, Glacier Lakes, Jasper, maybe even Waterton if they've gone south. And once they've checked off those classics, they think they've seen the whole province. But that's where they're wrong.
One, two, three. Remember when you told me that I should take it slow, but I can't stay when the world is waiting. I'm too used to being on my own. Hearts will break, but I have to chase it. I'm dancing on the edge again. The wind is calling my name.
Out here in the quiet foothills, there's a town most travelers overlook.
Back, babe. You can change me. You can tell me down. I'll be there goes every
Welcome to Cardston, Alberta, a quiet little town in southwest Alberta that most people simply pass through on their way to Waterton, but absolutely shouldn't. Despite its size and its location near the US border, Cardston has a surprising number of places worth exploring. Its unique history and local landmarks add a charm that helps tell the bigger story of what makes Alberta so special.
Road's the only place I found where I feel alive, and the stars will guide me.
Cardston's story starts in 1887 when a group of Mormon pioneers traveled over 1,200 kilometers from Utah, USA, and settled right here on the edge of the prairie. They built everything from scratch: homes, irrigation systems, and eventually, the first LDS temple ever constructed outside the United States. That pioneer influence still shapes the town today, from the historic courthouse to the world-class Carriage Museum that holds one of the largest collections in the world. Before we dive deeper into exploring this town, let's stop by the Visitor Information Center to get a better idea of the places worth checking out here.
You can tell me down. I'll be there goes in every place I find.
Right here, these four are the Remington Carriage Museum, which is all about the old carriages. You've got, where is it here? The LDS Temple right here, which has a visitor center, and that temple's over 100 years old. You've got the Courthouse Museum, which was the longest running courthouse in Alberta. You've got, I think it's 14 is the home, 13 or 14 is the home of the guy that established the town. And then the other one, I think it's 13 is that one, and then 14 is the Carriage House Theater, which is, they put on live plays every summer. This I can't remember what the ones they're doing this year, but I can look it up. 15 is a really amazing mural that's done on the local wall there. And then you've got the swimming pool, and then 19 is the Fay Wray Fountain, which is a fountain dedicated to Fay Wray from the old King Kong, because she was born here.
Oh,
And then you've got like a little park area here, and you've got like nature trails around here. You've got the golf course here. There, what's 26? Oh, that's the past 26.
now that we know what's worth seeing, let's make our first stop at the Remington Museum, which is just a short walk from the visitor center. Before entering and within the premises of the museum, you'll see the statue of George Edward, or G.E. Remington, a nod to the man whose passion for horse-drawn vehicles inspired this entire collection. It's a fitting welcome, almost like an introduction to the stories you're about to walk into. The museum itself was established in 1954, built on G.E. Remington's lifelong dedication to preserving the craftsmanship and history of horse-drawn transportation. His son, Don Remington, continued that legacy, expanding the collection and helping transform it into one of the most significant carriage museums in the world. Together, their work preserved a remarkable piece of Alberta's heritage. The carriages in this museum date back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, showcasing how people traveled, worked, and lived during that era.
So this is all of carriages from a company called Remington Carriage Company. And this company started out in Ontario, in Oshawa, and was the world's biggest in the European Empire. This one right here is pretty cool. Now, often people are a little bit confused by how you get in the back seat. How do you think you would get in the back seat of this one?
You're gonna step into that one?
Yes, so that is definitely part of it. That step is there for getting in the back. But similar to our cars nowadays, this one actually has tilting seats. So it does this on both sides. You can move the seat forward and crawl right into the back. This is the other gas-powered vehicle that we have in the collection. This one is on loan to us. And there's a couple things that I could show you on this one if you would like to see it.
Yeah.
One of them is pretty loud.
Okay.
So it is surprisingly loud how this can be. Okay, prepare your ears. But I can show you the engine of this one. So yeah. This one, surprisingly, it isn't too many years younger than the one over there. But you can even just see the difference in the quality of vehicles. And they quickly replaced carriages when they came in. Now, this one, you can see it's really cool how much detail they put into these vehicles. As you can see, these are steps that they have. And just, it folds right out all the way down. And then if you see on the other side, when you fold it back, it just is flush, blends in with the wall. But there is a picture, it's very blurry, but he is the footman in this photo right here, and that's his buddy. There may be also somebody else that you recognize in it. The Queen. Yep. So the Queen has ridden in both of these carriages.
Oh, wow, this one?
Yep. Call this one, this is a hearse, so it's a carriage hearse. And this one was pulled together by a bunch of churches. They pulled together their money so they could purchase a very nice hearse that they would all share with each other. And another cool fact about hearses, all of them were pretty much done in black, except for kid ones. Kids, so kid hearses were painted in white. They would have a smaller one that would be painted white for them. White often symbolizes purity and innocence, so yeah. Very ornate detailing. This is probably the fanciest hearse that we have in our collection, so. So this one right here, this was our taxi cab. This one, it's kind of funny, but the person who would enter in, they would be locked in the vehicle. And that was to prevent people from running away before paying.
That's funny.
Now, just by looking at, where do you think the driver would be?
Oh, there.
Yeah, he's right up at the back. And this helped him to see over traffic and to be able to also communicate with the passenger. So there's a little hole in the roof of the vehicle where the passenger could speak to the driver and also to pay him the money before you would let him out.
Locked seats, pay to exit, carriage drivers for living the dream compared to Uber drivers now.
This one had a nickname by Don Remington. I think it was his granddaughters that gave it the nickname. But if you were to guess what that nickname would be just by looking at it, what do you think two little girls or little granddaughters would name it? Exactly. They called this one the Cinderella coach. I know. If it was only painted like that white, it would be spot on and they would have to have it in a movie or something. Yeah. An interesting fact about this one is you can see how the glass is curved, but it's also beveled. So that was hand done at the time. And when Don Remington purchased this carriage, it was actually missing the other side. That piece of glass had to be restored. But as he went around, searched for people all over, he wasn't able to find anybody that was willing to curve glass and to bevel it. They didn't do that. So he has the curved glass, but it's not beveled on the other side.
I love that the Cinderella name came from a kid. She saw magic and now we all do. Right beside the museum is this horse and rider statue, a small landmark on the grounds with a rider and horse captured in mid-stride. It represents the region's ranching and frontier heritage, capturing the kind of everyday riders who shaped life in early Alberta. Before heading deeper into downtown, there's a small landmark worth checking, the Fay Wray Fountain. It's dedicated to Fay Wray, the Hollywood actress best known for the original King Kong, who was born right here in Cardston.
Well, we're off. So there's a very important Hollywood and pop culture trivia that can be found in this town. Hollywood legend Fay Wray, better known as Ann Darrow, from the 1933 classic King Kong, the original King Kong movie from 1933, is born in this town. So this installation is the way, it's the town's way to honor her legacy.
Now, as you make your way around downtown Cardston, You can still see the old buildings that helped shape this town. One of the most significant is the home of Cardston founder, Charles Aura Card. His house still stands here, a reminder of the early settlers who built this community from the ground up. Just a short walk from there is the Cardston Courthouse, another historic landmark in the downtown area. Built in the early 1900s, it has that classic sandstone look and stands out as one of the town's most important heritage buildings. A little farther along, you'll find the Cobblestone Manor, one of the town's most recognizable heritage homes, built with hand-laid stone and full of that early settler charm. We didn't get a chance to check it out ourselves, but we wanted to mention it because it's tied to one of the most sweetest stories in Cardston's early days. The manor was built by a local man who had fallen in love with a woman from Europe. He dreamed of bringing her to Canada, so he began building this beautiful stone home for her, something solid, elegant, and worthy of the life he hoped they would share. He gathered stones from the surrounding hills and shaped them one by one, building the house by hand as a kind of love letter. But the story goes that she never made the journey to Canada. The house stood waiting, finished and full of promise, but she never arrived. Today, the Cobblestone Manor remains as both a heritage landmark and a quiet reminder of that bittersweet love story, a home built for someone who never came. Anyways, going back to downtown, you'll also see the Cardston Alberta Temple, one of the most iconic sites in the region. It's known for its striking, fortress-like architecture and for being the first Latter-day Saints temple built in Canada, a landmark that has shaped the town's identity for over a century.
If you do love me, you'll be hanging on. So it all began with a small mistake. You can't fix a thing that you cannot break.
While we were outside the temple, a nice local lady approached us, and during our conversation, she mentioned the chief. She told us that it's a landmark that the people of Cardston feel connected to. For many residents, the chief is a familiar silhouette on the horizon, a symbol of home, and a reminder of the landmark that has shaped life in this part of Southern Alberta. And we were intrigued, so we decided to go back the following day to see the chief from a closer angle.
In my eyes you're something, in my eyes you're wrong.
We went to Police Outpost Provincial Park, one of the closest places where you can really get a good look at the chief. The drive itself feels like a slow reveal, wide open fields, quiet prairie roads, and that familiar silhouette getting clearer with every kilometer. It's the kind of landscape that makes you understand why locals feel so connected to it.
If you do love me, you'll be hanging on.
Upon arrival, we met a gentleman who seemed to work for Alberta Parks. He was out doing his rounds, and since we weren't familiar with the area, We decided to approach him to ask a few questions, and he didn't just answer what we asked. He ended up sharing even more interesting facts about the place, the landmark, and of course, the chief. It turns out that Police Outpost Provincial Park served as one of the earliest Northwest Mounted Police outposts in the region. Back in the late 1800s, this area was part of the patrol route used to monitor the border, keep peace on the prairies, and manage the movement of people and goods between Canada and the United States. The gentleman explained that the park still carries that history, quiet now, but once an important checkpoint that helped shape how this corner of Southern Alberta developed.
Yeah, so we're parked right here. And so if you do the Boundary Creek Trail, it goes up the hill. That's that viewpoint we were talking about.
Oh, I see.
And then you can follow it all the way around to the border. And then you can follow it all, so Montana, Alberta. And you can follow it all the way back up and then back up to where we're parked.
How
And
long
then-
is the walk to here?
It's about 2.5 miles, 3 maybe. Depends if you do this part or not. The whole thing, if you go all the way down and back up, it's about 4.5 kilometers roughly.
Oh, okay.
So not quite 3 miles, but yeah. But it's probably, I don't know, 45 minutes.
Okay, that's not so bad.
No, it's not this loop. And then what we were talking about earlier, the boardwalk, we're parked here. You just go back, and then there's a sign that says day use. You park down there, and then here's the that's the boardwalk there, and then there's that island.
Okay.
And then this is the lakeside trail that we're talking about. It's right over there. It goes
Where
all
the
the way.
police post used to be.
Yeah, that's right.
There's something special about meeting people who know the land so well. The way he talked about the chief made us appreciate it even more. Now that we have the information we needed, we now went to the chief in a much nicer angle.
We did not expect to go hiking today. We just thought that in the car we will just take a video or photo of the chief mountain. But after we talked to the nice guy earlier, we are encouraged to actually go to that certain area where we will have a great vantage point of the mountain.
Fun fact, Cardston has its own town flag, and if you look closely, you'll easily spot the outline of the chief worked right into the design. From where we parked, the walk was only about 15 minutes. It was an easy, scenic trail that opened up to wide views of the Alberta Prairie on one side and the mountains of Montana on the other. It's the kind of short walk where you keep stopping just to take in how big and beautiful the landscape really is. Upon arrival, we were impressed not just by the view, but also by the tranquility of the spot. We were the only ones there, so we decided to shout to our heart's content, just because we could.
Cold December, reminiscent all the good things. Was it better than I ever thought it was?
And standing there in the middle of all that silence, you hear your own thoughts again. The kind that reminds you how far you've come, how much you've carried, and how many versions of yourself you've had to outgrow just to be here.
I've never lied to you, I never do. Believe I'm the
There's a softness in moments like this, a reminder that life isn't always about rushing to the next thing. Sometimes, it's about finding a place where the world finally slows down enough for you to feel everything you've been too busy to notice. Out here, with the prairie stretching endlessly and the chief watching over the horizon, it felt like the universe was giving us a small pause, a moment to breathe, to let go, and to remember that we're still on our way.
I've made mistakes on my own.
With this, we are heading back to the city with a heart that feels a little less heavy, like this place quietly lifted something we didn't even realize we were carrying.
I want more out of love. I'll let you believe.
Maybe that's what places like this are meant to do. Remind us that even when life feels overwhelming, there are still corners of the world gentle enough to hold us for a moment. And sometimes, that's all we need to keep going. Thank you for watching.
Keep shining.
Happy wandering.
Get